When did the Link cosplay, I didn't think that many people were gonna like it. Like, I kind of thought it would just be one that like I do because whatever reasons. But so it kind of goes with like the thing of like people on stream. Like this person isn't in my stream anymore, and I mean they were always nice, but this person on my stream actually donated $2,000. I think it was like, can you cosplay Link from Zelda? And I was like, I mean, yeah, for I mean, sure. So I went like all out. Like I got like the best sword, the best shield and stuff I could find, and then I made the videos and I was like, I think it looks cool and like it's for this person that was kind and generous to me, but I don't think that like it's gonna like be that popular or anything. But I think it's my most or second most popular cosplay now, and like I always like see people on Twitter like not even tagging me or crediting me, or like on YouTube like reposting it. Like I'll see that these clips of my Link cosplay got like 1 million views, and
Mm.
like it's not even from my account. I don't really care, but it's just like crazy because I've never had a cosplay like that get shared around as much.
Welcome back to Gaming with the Stars. I'm your host, Chase Kurtz. And with us, we have Emiru. She is a streamer for League of Legends and a very inventive cosplayer.
Yes.
She also recently just joined Cloud9 for League of Legends. So, very interested to hear that. And take it away, Emiru. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. And yeah, I'm a cosplayer, streamer. I've been with Cloud9 for about half a year now.
Well, how's the experience been for you?
Well, I'm with Cloud9 as a content creator, so I kind of just get to do my own thing and support their sponsors, and then they pay me, which offers a lot more stability. Like before I joined Cloud9, I was still streaming, but I was also full time in school doing a software engineering degree. But I kind of decided to like put that on hold to do streaming stuff since it's a limited time opportunity. I
So,
feel.
Cloud9's been giving you a lot of freedom to just do your own thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're a very everyone in Cloud9 is very nice and supportive. Like even when I signed, they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna give you like a certain number of hours you have to hit streaming because we know you're in school and we want you to be able to focus on school if that's what you want to do." So, yeah, I did do that, but then I kind of decided that I just wanted to try doing full-time streaming, and so that's what I'm doing now.
So, you're not in school at the moment?
Mm-mm. I do want to go back though. Like I do like computer science stuff and I wish I could do both, but unfortunately that's not very
So
realistic
is that
to
something that you just kind of came to that conclusion over a period of time? How long have you been doing your degree?
I think about a year and a half or 2 years. Yeah, I've been through a lot of different career paths I thought I wanted to do, but I never imagined being a streamer. Like even when I first started streaming at like 17 or 18, I kind of just did it for fun. Like I never expected to make a career out of it or like have a lot of people watching. So it's been interesting.
You started doing computer science. What led you there?
Through like middle and high school, I went through like phases of like wanting to do like so many different career paths like lawyer or artist. I was in like a special art school, like I was doing AP art and stuff. And so after I was doing that, I kind of I was like not like amazing at art, but I was like pretty good at it. I wanted to be an animator. But then when I was doing it full time, I was like, "Oh, this isn't something I really want to like, have to do as a job." And then I kind of just started streaming around that time, like not expecting anything to happen of it, and then I started to enjoy it. And then sometimes I'd always think about like, oh, I wish that this plugin existed for my broadcasting software or whatever. But I mean, I've always been interested in coding and software stuff, how it works. So, I mean, once I started doing online stuff for it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this. So that's kind of
Well,
just how that
when I
happened.
think about coding, I don't know. Are you good at math? Because I'm absolutely terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm okay at math. I went on a game show recently, schooled Mizkif show. I don't know if you've seen it, and math is like the only category that I feel like I did well in for that.
What was that moment that happened to you where you were just like, I think I'm just going to do this streaming thing. Like, how did you get there?
Well, I mean, for a while I was like, if I just went full-time streaming, like how long would it last kinda? You know, like I feel like streaming is like one of the more like you really just don't know like what's gonna happen. I mean, when I first started out, there weren't like people who had been popular streaming for more than like 5 plus years. So, I mean, in my head, I was like, oh, when everyone gets older and like people lose interest in these games, like people are just gonna stop caring. But I feel like at this point now, there's been a lot of creators that have been popular for a decade and are still doing really well. Like, I'm not saying that'll happen to me, but like it gives me a little more confidence. I mean, I still have like my backup plan or whatever, just in case. But I
That's
mean,
a
I
good
just
thing.
kind of asked my friends, like, what do you think? Should I just keep going to school? I mean, it wasn't as much like a fear of like what would happen. Like, I genuinely enjoy school. Like, it was hard for me to. I mean, I kind of just realized at one point I'd have to fully commit to one or the other. Like, doing half and both is just like not as worth my time, I think. And they were all just like, yeah, you should probably just do full time streaming, at least for now. So
Well, you're going with your gut on where the path is leading you.
I'm just enjoying life and being grateful for the way things are going.
Right. You're young, you're experiencing, you're having fun, you're having a blast, and also you're, getting more popular over time and you're meeting, a lot of people that you probably watched in the streams. Um, are you getting starstruck at all?
I used to like when I was 18, like in high school or just leaving high school. But now, like, I mean, streamers and famous people in general, I mean, they're just people. Like, a lot of them are what you would expect in real life. Like, they're amazing, super kind, funny, and a lot of them, they're not perfect, which I mean is a given. No one's perfect. But I mean, at this point, like, I mean, even from the beginning, I tried not to show starstruckness because I feel like it makes people feel uncomfortable or like, you don't see them as a person. And I mean, for me as well, like, it hasn't happened a ton, but like, I'll get people who like at my school or whatever who like knew I was a streamer and would talk to me, want to be my friend. And the way they treat me feels like it's very hard to get to know each other because it feels like they seem like they're walking on eggshells around me. They like know a lot more about me than I know about them. Like it's
Yeah.
very hard to start a friendship that way when they approach it like that. But I do have friends who like knew I was a streamer and like had watched my stuff before we became friends, but when we met they kind of just treated me like a normal person. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it was easy to become friends.
Celebrity culture is a very strange thing, I've always felt the same way as you. Like they're just people. Everybody's just people. Put all in one pants leg at a time, and then you meet somebody, and all of a sudden you get nervous around them. Well, why do you get nervous? Because you seem to know them more than they know you. They don't even know who you are at all.
Right.
It's like you don't know how to be fresh with somebody.
I see that a lot with streamers, I mean, I guess just celebrities in general, but I feel like especially with streamers and YouTubers because a lot of them kind of talk about their personal life a bit or show their personal life, talk about their feelings. People stream for like 8 hours a day, like spend their whole day basically with thousands of people. Those people really do feel like they see and know that person when they don't.
I was very interested. You had this very famous Zelda.
Oh, well, I mean, there's actually a weird story behind that.
Absolutely,
Um,
tell it.
Well, when I mean, I've always liked doing like cross-dressing cosplays, so like that wasn't weird to me. But when did the Link cosplay, I didn't think that many people were gonna like it. Like I kind of thought it would just be one that like I do because whatever reasons. But so it kind of goes with like the thing of like, people on stream. Like this person isn't in my stream anymore, and I mean they were always nice, but this person on my stream actually donated $2,000. I think it was like, can you cosplay Link from Zelda? And I was like, I mean, yeah, for I mean, sure. So I went like all out. Like I got like the best sword, the best shield and stuff I could find, and then I made the videos and I was like, I think it looks cool and like it's for this person that was kind and generous to me, but I don't think that like it's gonna like be that popular or anything. But I think it's my most or second most popular cosplay now, and like I always like see people on Twitter like not even tagging me or crediting me, or like on YouTube like reposting it. Like I'll see that these clips of my Link cosplay got like 1 million views, and
Mm.
like it's not even from my account. I don't really care, but it's just like crazy because I've never had a cosplay like that get shared around as much.
You also have all those Kirby's in the back. How many Kirby's do
Yes.
you have?
Um, well, of the stuffed animal, these ones, I have like 50 or 60,
Oh,
but they're from my stream because I had a stack of like 5 of them that were gifts from people. Because every birthday and Christmas, people give me Kirby stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like Kirby, but I'm not like as obsessed with Kirby as like it looks. But because whenever people see my stream or they come over, they see all this Kirby stuff. And most of it's already gifts, but they're like, oh, she like loves Kirby. I can just get her Kirby stuff for her birthday or Christmas. So it just like escalates exponentially, and I just have more and more. Like I think there's like probably like 200 Kirby items in my house, and at least like 75% of it is gifts. But
but you can't say no. You can't say no to the Kirby,
yeah, I
right?
mean, with my stream, it was kind of like an idea. Like I was like, what if like if people want, you could like send them and like I can like write your name on the tag or whatever, and then we can build a wall. Like I had like a whole wall that was like this before. I took it down to clean them. I have more in. Oh, sorry, my room is messy. Yeah, I took them down to vacuum the dust. I haven't stacked them all back up yet, but yeah, there's a lot of them.
But eventually, you did have to say no at some point. I mean, are they still coming in?
Um, yeah, but not as much. I had like a timer or whatever for it, like on an hour timer, but I removed it because I was getting too many. Like there'd be some days, like 2 days or something, where there were like 6. Oh, they go to my PO box. There was one time I went to my PO box with my brother after I hadn't checked it for like a week. There were 18 in there. Like the post office people must hate me, and Amazon ships them in these flimsy plastic bags, and like vacuum packs them, but they explode. So half of the bags had like Kirby's like coming out of them. Like the bags ripped and you could see the Kirby's like bursting out of them. Like, oh my god. There's like 2 in my living room still in boxes that came in like yesterday
Oh
that I need to
gosh.
open up.
Well, on the one hand, it's probably fun swimming in them.
Yeah, I got to jump in them recently. It was nice.
What's one cosplay that you haven't tried yet that you've been thinking about putting together?
I'd love to do Jin from League of Legends. I don't know if you know who that is. It's one of my favorite League characters, but it's hard because he's really tall and like he's got like buff arms. So I'm always like,
Yeah, that's
it's.
gonna
I
that's gonna
mean,
take some time to put together.
I still want to do it, but I mean, I'll probably use like camera tricks or something. Probably just not wear it to a convention or anything, because I'm gonna feel. I mean, I always like about like my height with certain cosplays. I'm always like, oh god, I look like so like not intimidating because I like doing like intimidating cosplays sometimes. I'm like 5'3", so I'm not super short, but I'm not tall at all.
Yeah, you want to like put the camera just underneath you and get that kind
Yeah.
of height perspective.
Yeah, it could work.
If you were the developer of the next League of Legends game, what kind of champion would you come up with? And what would be the powers for that character?
I mean, what I'm thinking of would be like super broken. I, I was just thinking of like all the abilities I like from the characters I play. Like I love Jin's passive, his force shot, Jinx's passive, her move speed when she gets a kill. Global ults are really fun on ADCs. Um, yeah, I would be a horrible champ designer. Reddit would hate me. So I guess it's good I'm not a game developer.
Were you always a gamer growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got into games just because, well, one of my uncles is like pretty close in age to me. He's only like 7 or 8 years older than me or something. I'd always go over to my grandma's house and he had a bunch of consoles and I'd play there. And then eventually my parents got me my own games, but my parents were super like controlling about the media I consumed when I was a kid. Like the only games I had were like Kirby, Zelda, Monkey Ball. Like I wasn't allowed to. My parents wouldn't let me watch like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel because they thought it was tacky. So I never watched like SpongeBob or anything. I don't understand like any of the SpongeBob memes, and there's a new one like every 2 weeks, so it sucks. But I didn't start playing competitive or like PvP games until I was like 16 or 17, and that was League because I had my own computer finally, and I literally was just like watching anime or something, and then I saw a sidebar ad that was like, "Try this game for free," and I was like, "Oh, for free." So I downloaded it, but now looking back, it could have been a virus or something, but it wasn't. So
What did you call it? Monkey ball?
Monkey Ball.
I don't think I've heard of this.
You don't know Monkey Ball?
Well, what is monkey ball?
I mean,
Tell
it's
me.
what it sounds like. There's monkeys and balls, and you run this little obstacle course. It's 4 player, like everyone runs the obstacle course, and
What
like
console is it? Is it a PC?
I played on GameCube, but I think there's newer ones that are like for the Switch and stuff.
I was big into Nintendo. We had regular Nintendo. Then we had Super Nintendo. And then N64 came out. And then it was after that, everything was a blur to me. I did not get much more in Nintendo after that. GameCube came out, didn't even play it.
Oh my god.
I eventually my parents got me well, they kind of got the Wii because they thought they were going to Wii train and they didn't.
Yeah, that's how they got most parents, I
They
think.
did. My parents are funny because they're the parents that they buy those like those exercise things and they have them for like a few weeks and then they forget they have them.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that does happen. But they had the Mario Wii, the Wii U, and I was like, ooh, this is great. I love it. I like that side scroller. It just takes me back to childhood, I guess.
And Mario games are all good.
They're all good. And the Ninja Turtles. I don't know why the Ninja Turtles aren't like.
I've never had a Ninja Turtles game.
Ooh, you gotta play.
Yeah, never had that one either. I mean, my parents didn't want me to watch like Kids Nick, so I mean, you can imagine The Simpsons were like Satan's spawn.
They said it was tacky. I don't understand.
I mean, they said part of it was because all those kids channels have so many ads. They're like, oh, we don't want you begging for like, like all these toys and like these like yogurts filled with sugar. And I mean, they also just didn't like the jokes, like some of like the cruder humor.
Well, Emiru, what is your plan for the next few years?
Yeah, I definitely want to stream for the next 2 to 3 years. I think I want to stream like as long as I can. Like even if eventually I can't make a good living off of it, I'll probably still stream like just for fun and to hang out with people. But so I mean, 2 3 years, yeah, I'll definitely still be streaming. Even probably like 5 or maybe even 10 years, I probably will still be streaming actively. So yeah.
Well, before we leave, I just wanted to ask, have you had any cool interaction with some fans? Any stories that you're willing to share from your community?
Well, you mean like meeting people? I'm horrible with meeting people. Like literally, it was like 2 or 3 months ago. I was at the grocery store and like I had my mask on, but I was wearing like Cloud9 pants, and some person came up to me that worked at the store and was like, "Are you a streamer?" And
Wow.
I was like, "No." I was well, every time someone has come up to me and asked if I was a streamer or like if I was me, I'm not even like trying to lie or like, I just always automatically say no because I freak out. Like even if they're like, "Are you Emiru?" I'm just like, "Oh no."
Not today. I'm just buying
Oh,
some
there was
milk.
one horrible time. I was at a store in California, and the cashier asked if I was Emiru, and I said no. And then this was like the first time it happened, so I was like so embarrassed. I went home and I like tweeted about it. I was like, what is wrong with me? Why did I do that? And then she saw it and replied, she's like, yeah, I knew it was you. And I was like, dang it.
My apologies. All right, well, Emiru, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure getting to meet you and getting to know you a little bit better.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, keep doing what you do.
Thank you. I will. You too.